Hello everyone, I hope you're taking it easy and your day has been great thus far. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of the high grade 1-144. Here's a mouthful. Gundam Perfect Strike Freedom Rouge. And all of that is from the Gundam build Metaverse, which was a very short series, 3 episodes if I remember correctly. And this particular kit was released by good old Bandai, as expected, this year being 2024. So going through the recent acquisitions of some of these Metaverse kits, so this would be the 8th kit of Metaverse. The 9th I suspect is the Typhoeus, or Typhoeus, whatever. Haven't shipped that down yet. I'll do that in time. Anyway, getting straight into the unboxing. So here we have the front of the box with a very nice graphic of the Gundam Perfect Strike Freedom Rouge. I'm surprised they haven't done this sooner, to be honest, where they took the Freedom and whacked the Rouge onto it, but you know what? It actually does look really, really cool in the Rouge color set. Granted, it'll probably be a bit of a monster of a accessory hog, but time will tell. But anyway, front of the box, and I will admit the line art does look very cool. Bottom of the box, just to give a rundown of some of the craziness this kit can do. So there is a giant array of weapons and accessories. I am not going to go through all of them. We'll be here for days. But suffice to say, if I do that with the back of the box enough, that's pretty much all the accessories and whatnot in view. Suffice to say, there is a lot. Most of it's from the Freedom. Some stuff is from gosh knows where else. But that is very cool. At least accessories won't be a problem. Posing could be very interesting. I hope this comes with a stand. Front and rear shot of the Gundam Perfect Strike Freedom Rouge. Does look very cool. The colours do look very nice. And no doubt it'll be very interesting to see what this looks like against the actual normal Freedom. Okay, so that's the box side of things then. Trying to get through this a little bit quicker. Time to go through the manual, runners, most of which we've probably seen through a Freedom incarnation. But at least get a better look of what the kit is like. And with everything out of the packaging, front of the manual for the Perfect Strike Freedom Rouge. We're already getting used to seeing that particular line art. And then we have some information about both the Perfect Strike Freedom Rouge as well, and the builder and their real life persona. I will admit, I did quite like her character. So that's very cool. I'm not going to go through all the written information, but it's always nice to know that there is some info on these manuals. Now, because I'm finally getting used to the manual layout, parts list, which we will go through in a moment. I did forget there is the colour guide on the back of the manual, even though the back of the manual is a bit different to what we're used to, at least from a high grade perspective. In terms of some of the little extra information from here, it's basically about how to paint and detail the kit. Looks like they've basically taken colours and reapplied some of the original Freedom colours. Interesting. Very weird reverse psychology. Anyway, still cool to see. Now, as for the rest, so it's pretty much a traditional high grade build, nothing too difficult. There will be a lack of symmetry, at least with some of the accessories, but that's not a bad thing. But there is a good chunk to actually build through. A lot of it will definitely be reminiscent of the Freedom. Then we have the giant backpack, which I believe is the Super Multiple Assault Striker. Oh, I'm not surprised that it's got Striker in the name. I guess technically it's an over-glorified Striker backpack. And then going through the weapons, accessories, and things like that. So, pretty stock standard manual. It will feel like a bit of a longer build, given the amount of plastic that we're dealing with, but that's not a problem at all. Should be a very fun build, given that a lot of that is based off the Freedom. So that was the manual. Before looking at the runners, quick look at the sticker sheet, which is surprisingly small. This impresses me. So there will just be camera lenses and things like that. There won't be too many color corrections and things like that. Now, before I get too carried away, because I always end up losing it, there is a black wire included. Be aware. The last thing you want to do is basically have it in the plastic bag and you throw it out. And then you realize, oops. Anyway, one PVC wire. As for the runners, so runner A1, there's also an A2, which is basically the top half of A1. Now the camera probably makes it look like white. It is that little off-white, that slight pink tint to it. I love the typical strike rouge. Very cool. But in this case, it's pretty much freedom components. Or would have been freedom components. So that was the A runner, or 2A runners. We have 2 B runners, single colour, B1, B2, both in a black, B2 being a copy of about 2/3 B1. So a lot of this will be part of the general, I'll just call it the striker backpack, which is cool. Some very large pieces. Bit of detailing here and there, isn't too bad. So we get the 2 Bs. We have a multicolour C runner, sporting black, pink, the translucent blue, not that it comes up well, and a bit of this, it's like a tomato red or tomato red, either. Basically off from the freedom runner. It's very interesting looking at some of the freedom colours in pink, especially given the next 2 runners. D1 and D2, both in pink, so these would have easily been elements of the freedom. Well, technically it still is the freedom. What was blue is now pink. It's getting used to, but it's a very nice pink. So that's D1 and D2. We have a E1 and an E2 in grey. So E2 being pretty much half of E1, pretty much your joints, manipulators and things like that. This will be stock standard. We have a multicolour F, which will be very unique to this kit. So we have that very tint, well, the pink tint white, we have some black, we have some more of that darker red, tomato red, and a different shade of red, with a slight pinkish tint to it as well. I have no idea what the colours are. I'm sure it's actually probably on the back of the manual if I actually tried properly to look at it. But that is the multicolour F. We have a single H1, which is in a translucent green for beam effects and things like that. And looking at it, especially those 2, I'm pretty sure this is from the Infinite Justice. Interesting. H1. Lastly, PC002 polycaps in grey. Nothing unusual there. Now, because I did mention it, in terms of the colours. So here we go. They call it a, so the body parts is a light pink. We have pink, we have red, a dark pink, there you go, black, grey and metallic blue-green. So those are the colours per the colour guide. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the unboxing of the high grade 1-144 Gundam Perfect Strike Freedom Rouge. Definitely a nice array of plastic to work with, a lot of which is pretty much just recolors from the Freedom, to be expected. The striker backpack looks like will be very interesting to put together. Be very interested to see how this goes in terms of weight. I have noticed they did not provide a stand for this kit, so it does make me wonder if it can stand on its own 2 feet. Possibly can, I suspect not, but time will tell. But yes, I've enjoyed doing the Freedom some time ago, so being able to do it in a bit of a colour variant will definitely be very interesting, on top of building all the weapons and accessories, the striker backpack, etc. to boot as well. So definitely a lot of fun to be had when the time comes. Thank you very much for watching this unboxing video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this supports the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. There will be some extra stuff on my Instagram account, same handle as this channel. There's also a link in the description. Speaking of links, because I keep forgetting to mention at the beginning of videos, I did get this from Hobbylink Japan. Probably no real surprise if you've been here a few times watching these unboxing videos. There will be a link to the kit as well in the description as well. With that being said, stay safe, take care, and I will catch you all in a future video. See ya.